Aujourd'hui, sur le podcast, on parle au receveur éloigné des Alouettes, Austin Mack.
Like I'm so serious. You can't hear. I mean, it's just like that's all you hear. Brawl in the tunnel in Ann Arbor in 2016. You know, I was a little starstruck at first, but then like the dude's such a real guy.
Salut tout le monde et bienvenue à un nouvel épisode du podcast. Mon nom est Joey Alfieri et aujourd'hui, encore une fois, on a une émission extrêmement chargée. Comme on a mentionné auparavant, notre invité est Austin Mack. Austin, qui est revenu au jeu la semaine passée, a été le receveur le plus ciblé. Il a fini avec le plus de verges sur réception pour les Alouettes. C'était pas un gros chiffre, mais quand même, il a bien performé pour un retour au jeu. Je pense que c'était 3 attrapés pour 40 quelques verges, 44 verges, si je me trompe pas. Donc, et il a quand même des belles expériences dans sa vie, lui qui a joué à Ohio State pour les Buckeyes. Donc, on va parler de sa carrière foot et on va avoir un aperçu du match Rough Riders Alouettes qui va être à Regina samedi soir, 19h heure de l'Est, 17h heure Saskatchewan. C'est-tu Rocheuse, ça, mon Sam? Non, mais c'est heure Rocheuse. C'est-tu les... Non? Heure des Rocheuses, merci. On a Sam qui est là, Sam Boulay-Grimard, mon producteur qui fait beaucoup de cash. Ça, on va en parler aussi un peu plus tard dans l'émission. Ça, c'est un tease, mon Sam. Mais quand même des grosses nouvelles cette semaine dans le monde des Alouettes. Écoute, Bo Levi Mitchell, de quoi je parle? McLeod Bethel-Thompson, je pensais au match de la semaine passée. McLeod Bethel-Thompson a été activé de la liste des blessés des 6 matchs. Donc, il va être en mesure, il est supposé d'être en mesure de jouer samedi soir contre les Rough Riders de la Saskatchewan. Donc, il est revenu à la pratique. En ce moment, on enregistrera mercredi après-midi. Il a pratiqué mardi, il a pratiqué mercredi. Il a connu 2 bonnes journées de pratique. Et c'est ça. Donc, quand même, on a des chances d'avoir un peu plus d'expérience au poste de corps. Je sais que, à part le match à Calgary, ça a été un peu plus difficile dans l'attaque de Jason Moss pour Bethel Thompson. Mais même à travers les 3 dernières semaines, ou les 4 dernières semaines, 3 derniers matchs où il n'a pas joué, tu peux quand même apprendre en tant que vétéran en travaillant dans l'attaque, même si tu n'es pas sur le terrain. Donc, on va voir ce que ça donne. C'est sûr que l'attaque a eu de la misère samedi après-midi face aux Tiger Cats et Bo Levi Mitchell. Mais je pense que si tu parles aux joueurs, si tu regardes la mentalité, la préparation tout au long de la semaine, les joueurs y croient. Et écoute, on ne se le cachera pas, on s'en va dans le stade, un des 2 stades les plus bruyants en dehors de Montréal, les plus bruyants de la Ligue, avec Winnipeg, avec une équipe qui est en pleine confiance, qui risque de manquer des joueurs, par exemple. Le Québécois Sam Emilus, ça a l'air pas qu'il va revenir pour ce match-là. Kian Schaefer-Baker, blessé aussi, n'a pas pratiqué aujourd'hui, mercredi. Et il y a beaucoup de blessés dans la tertiaire. Mais écoute, c'est sûr qu'ils sont en pleine confiance. Il vient de balayer les Blue Bombers 2 matchs de suite. Donc, c'est sûr que le mandat est difficile, même compliqué, mais il faut... Je pense que les joueurs le démontrent assez bien, mais il faut garder espoir. Et écoute, ça fait 25 ans que j'écoute cette ligue et j'ai vu des choses extrêmement bizarres. Ça ne serait pas si bizarre que ça que McLeod Bethel-Thompson connaisse un gros match à Regina puis que les Alouettes gagnent sur une belle performance après une séquence de 5 défaites de suite. Donc il y a ça. James Morgan sera le quart numéro 2. On verra ce qui va être le cas pour le 3e poste de quart parce que c'est Shea Patterson qui a fait les faux filets du quart la semaine passée. Donc, est-ce que c'est Cameron Dukes qui est laissé de côté? Si MBT est en mesure de jouer, on ne le sait pas. On va savoir vendredi quand la charte des positions sort. Mais quand même une bonne nouvelle que McLeod Bethel-Thompson est en santé. Lui qui a quand même beaucoup d'expérience. Son 100e match en carrière, il a comme, je pense, 70 départs. Donc, tu sais, c'est quand même un gars qui a tout fait, il a tout vu dans cette ligue. Mais c'est sûr que les Riders ont une bonne équipe. De l'autre côté de la médaille, tu sais, c'est sûr qu'en défensive, c'est Ça n'a pas été évident d'arrêter le jeu au sol. Je trouve que quand même, on est un peu sévère avec la défensive parce qu'il restait 6-7 minutes au match puis ils avaient concédé 16 points. Ils ont provoqué une coupe de revirement. Donc, c'est sûr qu'ils ont été sur le terrain beaucoup. Est-ce qu'il faut être meilleur contre le jeu au sol? Absolument, absolument, absolument. Ça, c'est sûr et certain. Mais on va voir ce que ça donne. Contre Trevor Harris, on le sait, les Riders et Trevor Harris, ils aiment décocher des passes quand même courtes et rapides. Donc, il faut s'assurer, en tant que joueur de ligne défensive, il faut lever les bras, essayer de rabattre les passes à la ligne de mêlée. Mais on va voir ce que ça donne. Encore une fois, il y a une couple de blessés pour les Riders. Mais comme on a vu il y a une couple de semaines, quand ils sont venus ici, il y a un mois et demi, ils ont quand même Myers, par exemple, qui est un joueur explosif, qui a causé beaucoup de problèmes pour la défensive des Alouettes. AJ Wallet est là. Donc, c'est sûr qu'ils ont quand même des bons joueurs en attaque. Donc, ça va être un gros affrontement. On va en parler plus de cet affrontement-là avec le receveur de passe, Austin Mack, qui va joindre à nous dans quelques instants.
Touchdown, Austin Mack. Hey, come on, man. Go Owls, baby.
Re-bienvenue au PodcAls. Ici Joey Alfieri. Et mon invité aujourd'hui est le receveur éloigné des Alouettes de Montréal, M. Austin Mack. Austin, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
You thought that I was going to do this in French?
For a second there, I was trying to get my words together. Bonjour, bonjour.
How you feeling? I know that was the first game back last week. You looked pretty good. Didn't miss a beat. You went low to make some catches. You got a couple of yards after the catch as well. I know offensively it's probably not the way you wanted it to go, but you looked really comfortable and good physically out there. Is that how you felt?
For sure. Felt really good. It's been it's been a long 5 weeks of just hard preparation.
Right.
Put myself in a tough injury there in Calgary, and it was just flipping the mindset of just rehab and trying to get back as soon as possible, and feel really good out there.
Do you know did you know right away in Calgary? Like, I know I saw you walk out on crutches in Calgary. We walked out together, but did you, like, on the field, did you know right away?
Well, I mean, typically when can't move right away, it's like I'm like, oh, this hurts. It was like immediate pain.
Was it on the one did it happen on the play where you caught the catch not catch there at the end of the Calgary game? Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. No, I don't want to get anybody fined.
But yeah, it was definitely during that. You guys see the end of that play, ankle got caught up with somebody and put into a pretty bad position. So,
So you knew right away.
Yeah.
You had a pretty good idea.
For sure. I was trying to still go, but
most painful injury that you ever suffered or played through? Ever?
Ever?
Yeah. Didn't have to be in Montreal.
Ever play through?
Or suffered. I mean, the most pain you've been in.
So to play through suffering, I would say like breaking my foot in college might have been like the top. This one actually was probably second.
Oh, really?
But the play through, because I didn't play through none of those.
Yeah,
I was sidelined. But to play through in high school, I tore my labrum and I played through it. So every time I'd hit somebody, it would just like pop out, pop back in. Yeah, crazy.
The next day, that's got to be brutal.
Oh,
like, in
goodness.
the moment, that's terrible.
But
when
you're
next day.
But when you're like 16, 17 years old, you have a couple bumps and bruises, you feel decent. Now at 28,
Fair point. Okay, I want to go back. We'll get back to CFL days in a second. But I wanted to ask you, obviously, like whenever you're on a podcast, you do an interview, you talk about the Ohio State days. But I want to know, off the field, Ohio State, Michigan, like, can you take me into that, like, when you pull up to Ann Arbor or when they come to you, like, what's it, like, everything else around the game? Like, how intense is it and what's that like?
Well,
Like, you have a good story? Like, you have a good...
It's the biggest, rivalry in sports. It's the game. If you hear anybody say the game, what's the game? It's Ohio State versus Michigan. And so to try to tell you from, like, our perspective, when I was there and Urban Meyer was the guy, there would be multiple clocks all the way throughout the facility. And you'd look at it, say 300 and some days, and you're like, what is this clock for? And, this is when you first walk in, because I first walked in on campus in January, spring of 2016. So right. I was early enrollee, and so I'm seeing all these clocks, and you're like, what is this? And it's like for the game. What are you talking about? Like, what game? Michigan, team up north, right? Michigan. So there, there's clocks everywhere. There's visuals everywhere. And then when it's the week of the game, nothing else matters but beating them. And the guys just to put on record, I'm 4-0. So what's been happening, recently, that has nothing to do with me. But it was just such. It's like you don't want to lose to those people at all. They're just not us. We're not them. We don't like them at all. And then it's just the level of focus kind of going into that. But it's funny because we always say like, and it's been recent until this past year, but you can have a great year, and then if you lose that game, the season's over because you couldn't go to a Big Ten championship, which means you can't go to a national championship. So last year was the first time you got to see like an Ohio State team lose that game, but then still have the ability.
Expanded playoffs, right? Or else it wouldn't have happened.
Wouldn't happen. So I mean, it's a whole different time in football, but you still want to beat those guys. Like there's nothing cool about that at all.
So from did you ever what's the craziest thing you experience?
I've had a
fan perspective.
brawl in the tunnel in Ann Arbor in 2016. I experienced that. That was pretty crazy.
So what happened there?
Oh, I mean, in the tunnel in Team Up North, Michigan, both of the locker rooms look like this.
Right.
So you guys both walk out, and it's one hallway.
Like soccer style, kind of.
So
when they come out,
we're warming up.
Yeah.
We'll go in, and then somebody's saying, we're chirping back, and it'd get physical. I've been in actually 2 scenarios there where it was pretty physical before game. Fan experience, same way. It's like right there. They're saying stuff at you. The year before, I think an old lineman got kicked and they flipped off people in the stands. Man, it's just we don't like them at all. But outside of it, like, it's just the fun of the rivalry. You know what I mean?
What do you remember about the first time you pulled up to Ann Arbor?
Ann Arbor, I had my biggest moment in my career.
But leading up to that, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
but leading up to it, like, what's the feeling like? There's a lot of people sitting there. Like, I watched a game at Ohio State. There was like 108,000 people, and there were still empty seats. It was nuts.
Yeah. So Michigan's like a bowl.
Yeah.
So it's not very loud. I mean, they'll have 120 people or whatever. But it's not loud because it's a bowl. So all the go to Penn State. Penn State's scary.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm sitting here. We're talking. You can hear me. If we're in Penn State and it's a wideout, you can't hear me. That's how hard it is to communicate. Michigan, it's not that loud at all. Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a big stage. Whatever. Forget them.
Are you just trying to downplay how loud they are because you hate them?
No, there's far better places to play at in the Big Ten.
So what are they? So list them, like the top 3 scariest places to play that you played anywhere in college football. Doesn't have to be the Big Ten.
Penn State, for sure. Penn State, Wisconsin. The jump, like a night game in Wisconsin, the fourth quarter jump is crazy. Yeah. And then Norman, Oklahoma, I'd say is up there too.
But what's that? So Penn State, what makes it so? Like, take me through your experience. Like, what makes it so scary to walk?
Like I'm telling you, we'll be right here, yelling.
Yeah.
You can't hear me.
Yeah.
Like I'm so serious. You can't hear. I mean, it's just like that's all you hear, and we're doing signs like. But then it's just a whiteout, man.
Like they must have prepared you for that going in, or like did you guys have it? Like you guys knew it was going to be loud, but did you know it was going to be loud? Like loud where you couldn't hear?
My first time experiencing it, no.
Yeah.
But, as a freshman, it's loud, cool, right? But then you actually get there and you're like, this is deafening. Like I can't even. Like I'm trying to. Like, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like that's literally right. So that would be for sure. I mean, I'd say the craziest atmosphere, and it's like 4 stories or 3 columns, like level 1, 2, and it's vertical. So it feels like everything is on top of you from that perspective.
Yeah. Sure. So you ended up coming out. You graduated 2020, right? You went through the 2020 NFL draft. You didn't get picked. What was that process like? The post draft. Like you end up signing with the Giants, but what was that whole like process like? Like, can you take me through the emotions of draft day, the draft weekend, and then having to sort everything out? And I'm sure you had multiple calls or whatever. Like, what was that all like?
Yeah, it's funny you said that, but I was actually 4th or 7th until COVID came. Projection.
I know, I remember.
So it was it was difficult, right? We were a good team, so we played all the way until January 3rd. Most teams aren't playing that far, so a lot of guys that are on good teams, their prep to combine, prep to pro day isn't as great, right? So somebody for myself, as soon as the season ended January 3rd, I'm trying to recover, and then I'm talking to my agent. Okay, where are we going for training? Ended up finding a place in Florida. Fell in love with. Started training with them. I did the Reese's Senior Bowl. So the Senior Bowl took another week of being in
Mobile.
Alabama. Great experience, but like it just takes away from the prep of what you ultimately want to get done during combine training. And so,
but you have to go to that. That's
it was good. It was great. It was great exposure.
It
was a great experience. I would have actually rather have taken the time to train better, to perform better in the combine. But this is prior to knowing that COVID was going to hit. So nobody knew that, right? So go to combine. I did okay. Didn't test well because that was the first year they also flexed everything. So for guys that don't know that, it was 6 a.m., 8 a.m., like done by 1 for the combine for the majority of the time. It was always quick and early to get it out the way. There was 2 groups. Now it went from 4 p.m. was like the first one, and then 8 p.m. was the second, or 6 p.m. So I was the second group, and that's when I ran, was like 8 p.m. at night, and I was up at 6. So like really didn't run the best. So I was really excited for Pro Day, which was going to be the end of March, and then, lo and behold, first week of March, right, COVID. So when COVID hit, I mean, I was in Florida, thank goodness. The whole world was shut down, but Florida was like, let's party. Like, let's party, right? So it was, I was still able to really kind of keep my prep and everything, the same. I still had a lot of confidence in my performance at the Reese's, and, and ended up falling undrafted. I was a preferred undrafted. I had multiple teams calling me. Got a whopping $10K signing bonus to go to the New York Giants. From then on, there was no OTAs. It was still, everything's canceled. In New York, I mean, it was ridiculous. So you're talking about everything was on Zoom until we popped into camp. Next thing you know, we're in camp. You had to get screened in the morning, wear a mask every day. And that was just a thing of itself. It was a phenomenal year. I got to go through that process, and I actually was only on practice squad for like first 4 or 5 weeks, and then I was elevated the rest of the year. Pretty impactful on the team, and it was fun. It was a great experience. So it's kind of how that whole year played out.
So post-draft, like as soon as the draft was over, like what's that part like?
Yeah, your phone's on. My phone's going crazy. Yeah.
So how did you decide on the Giants, and who else? Do you remember who else was interested?
It was Bears, Giants, Raiders. And it was just honestly based on who drafted who. The Giants didn't draft the receiver. Me and actually my other Benjamin Victor, he's actually with Edmonton now. We were both the walk-on rookies, so we actually ended up being their rookie receivers that they quote unquote had. So, which was pretty cool.
Practice squad life. What's it like? I know you didn't experience it here, but you had it a month. You said over there. What's that like?
Yeah, practice squad you still get paid pretty decent. You get paid about $200,000 a year. But you are a practice guy.
We call that Sam money here in this place. Yeah,
definitely. You are a practice guy. So, preparing to be like a starter, but you're not traveling, you're not doing a lot of those things. Right. It is kind of different because in the NFL, like you're a part of the team, but sometimes you don't feel like you're a part of the team. And so, depending on where you're at, like New York, they didn't really take practice squad people anywhere. Like San Francisco, it was all about the team, so you kind of felt more involved. Yeah. But yeah, it just really depends on franchise. So
with you had a lot of big moments on the field, but you had the game. I think it was Washington. You had like 74 yards. You had like a 50-yard catch or whatever with Daniel Jones at quarterback. Like, what do you remember about that day, about that performance?
Yeah, it was crazy. I actually we had a couple of injuries that week, and then just had the opportunity to get a few like plays drawn up for me, and it was actually an out and up. Yeah. The look was there, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get this ball. Right? And he laid it up there, and then I had another great contested catch. And it was I almost scored to that game. Got called down on the one, gave it to my running back. Shout out running back. So
did they not call that a touchdown on the field, and then they had you down early or something like that? Yeah, that's got to be brutal though.
Brutal.
You gave the football back?
Had to. Right? So, what's crazy? It's like, oh damn, I gotta get that ball because I didn't keep the ball, and then overturned.
Yeah, down at the one stinks.
Yeah, no worries. But it it was just a great experience, great time. To be a part of, for sure.
Daniel Jones gets a bad rap. Like he's a guy I understand. He's out of Duke and he was drafted 6th overall, but you did have some success with him there. Anything you can tell me? You have a good Daniel Jones
I just
story?
think it's there's a lot of really bad organizations out there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just be.
That's what it is?
Yeah, it's just bad. Not every place is for everybody.
Right.
Not every puts everybody in a great position. If you have if you have the culture of success, you had a guy like Peyton Manning walk through those those doors and those hallways every single day. I mean, they probably just care about that guy a lot more and protect that guy a lot more than you would expect, and see like the Colts are doing everything they can. I'm from Indiana, it's a little biased, but you can just see even when we had Phillip Rivers and we went and tried and got Matt Ryan, right, and you just see that they're trying to build stuff around. There's a lot more around that team, and then it's just finding that guy. And for them to make that move, I was actually really excited for it. I knew that with a smarter guy back there, they already have the team. They're already starting to build that. So knowing that success and knowing what they have up front, like Quentin Johnson, a few other just really, really good offensive linemen, like the Giants don't have that. Now you're starting to see the Giants starting to pull that around, especially on defense, but on the offensive side, the trenches. Like I don't believe in it.
So with him, like, was he a funnier dude than he looked like he was? Because he didn't look like he was a funny dude. But was he like how was he personality wise? Like Daniel, I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, pretty quiet. Good, good guy. A little goofy, like really goofy.
But can your quarterback be quiet? Like, can he be a quiet guy? Like, does that work?
I mean, shit, Cody was pretty quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had a pretty good personality. Like, he was out there, like, personality-wise.
So was Daniel. I mean, he's probably out of his comfort zone, though.
Right.
For sure. He's not just going to go do a couple of TikTok dances.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean more, like, vocal, but... Yeah, did you feel like this guy had the talent to do... Like, he had the personality to do it in New York? Or was it just an organizational...
No, that's a good question.
Every once in a while I have one. Good questions. Not often.
I just don't know if it was just, maybe like you said, the area, the New York, it was pretty big for him. The expectations were extremely high, and stuff just wasn't clicking.
You seem pretty New York to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. You don't think?
Why's that?
I mean, did you see the pants you wore on Saturday?
You liked them, huh?
They were. I mean, that screams New York or Bay Area, and you played both places.
I did. True story.
Who dresses you? Like, you don't pick out your own clothes.
Shout out wifey, man.
Yeah, you don't pick out your own clothes, right? You're not cool enough to pull that out of the closet yourself.
Maybe.
No, be honest. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. If it's you, that's fine.
No, that's probably
shout out Joy Mack.
But definitely Joy Mack. Yeah, she does. Gets us right.
Were you always a fashionista, like, type of guy?
Always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even like high school, younger. Like, you didn't mind.
High school younger, no, not so much. I come from humble beginnings. Like, I got my first pair of Nikes when I was 16 years old, and I bought them myself, and like that was a huge accomplishment.
With the money they paid you to go to Ohio State, or?
Probably the money I did from mowing lawns and stuff. You know what I mean,
Just
right?
kidding.
Dude, I wish, man, I would have made good money at college. I didn't get NIL money, but yeah, man. Tough.
So, but from a fashion thing, you always had that eye for, like, did you always have that eye for fashion? Because I think, honestly, I'm not just saying this because you're here. And I know I make fun of your clothes sometimes, but I do think that you have the boldest, outfits on the team for sure.
Oh, appreciate
and probably in the league.
Appreciate that. No, I mean, I was around some pretty flashy guys, and I kind of got used to it. Like I said, New York. Like, so I had I'm looking at guys like Saquon, Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate. Week in, week out. Got to hang out with guys like Odell for a little bit. Play good, feel good. You know what I mean? Look good. Like, that's I stand on that. It's something about too, like, you have to put yourself mentally in a different place. And normal people might not even know that, but when you touch the field, more than anything, when I put the clothes on that I'm going to walk out to, it's like a whole different alter ego that I'm trying to activate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, I'm a rock star.
Super interesting.
Literally.
So it helps you get into the I'm an elite athlete, like, mindset. Like, it helps you, like, it you turned to a different dude.
Yeah, I'm a rock star.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I'll never forget your Grey Cup outfit. I think it was all leather.
All leather.
Yeah.
Rock star
cool.
shit.
Do you think I could pull that off?
Oh, yeah. Make sure a little baggy. We don't want tight, though. We don't want tight.
We don't want tight anymore?
We don't want tight. Not for you.
We don't want tight?
We got maybe got to do.
Not for me.
We got to do maybe a little bit more, a couple more squats, you know, and then get there.
A couple more squats. You haven't even complimented my biceps once on this show. We've been on this for like 18 minutes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Do we need another 18 or? All right, tell me a little bit about OBJ. Get like getting to know him. Like, I find OBJ is the guy that, like, you talk to. Dude, it's funny. Like, a couple guys after practice last week were like, OBJ, he's our GOAT. He's the greatest. Like, I find like he's the athlete's athlete or the wide receiver's athlete. Like, what was it like being around that guy and
So growing up, like, that was one of my idols, especially in high school. I had the fro. I was one of the first ones in my city. The go blonde, did it all, right?
You had frosted tips?
Yeah,
that's
pull it
crazy.
up, man. I know you find it. You'll find it. Had it all. And then getting to meet him, you know, I was a little starstruck at first, but then, like, the dude's such a real guy. You know, like, everybody's people. Celebrities are people. And just knowing the human behind it, like, dude's a great guy. Regardless of what he's done, you know, it's all about just who you are. And that just stuck with me more than anything. The guy works hard, like, works his ass off. Like, yeah, he has all this, he does all this, but, like, the work that you don't see is what people, like, you know, they take it for granted. You know what I mean? And so that plus just how nice the guy was, I was just like, dang, like, this guy's actually cool. You know, you never know. Like, and it's funny, you guys know this person, but, like, Bo Levi, like, I always thought this guy's a dickhead. Like, he's probably an asshole, right? And then I get to go meet him in the Grey Cup last year, and I'm like, dude, like, actually kind of cool, bro. Like, and I told him the same story. I was like, you know, I really thought you were probably like a dickhead. No, it's cool. Cool people.
So we went from Odell to
Levi. Cool analogy.
Cool. Do you have a funny OBJ story before we move back to the Alouettes here real quick? Do you have a good story?
So guys, this is my story. Okay, so this is how I met all the guys, and this is what they do every year. They go to Arizona, and we do a week training, get together. It's not a week training. It's a week of partying, and then wake up at 9 a.m. and work out, and then go to sleep, and then go out. Wake up again, work out. I left after 3 days. I said, no, I can't do this, guys. This isn't for me.
And OBJ's the ringleader of all that?
Hey, Saquon, Obi, you know, those guys are different. Let's just say that.
Look, getting back on the field here, obviously that was a tough loss last Saturday. You have another quarterback, you know, McLeod's coming back into it by all indications. Just the challenge for you guys to go into a place that's tough to play. I know it's not Penn State, but by CFL standards, it's one of the toughest stadiums to play in. And to get it all down, I know you played with McLeod, but then you got hurt, he got hurt, and so now you're back into it. Like, just what's the challenge going to be like, and what do you guys need to do offensively to like just come out of there with a win on Saturday night?
Got to swing. Got to swing. Simple. Swing, execute. Don't be scared. And
by swing, like, what do you mean by swing?
On all phases of the ball, running the ball, throwing the ball. Like, just watch how I play this week. They're gonna feel me in the run game. They're gonna feel me in the pass game. We're not gonna shy away from nothing. We gotta swing. We gotta hit these guys in the mouth, and we gotta get back to us. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who we were. Yeah, we've had some injuries. Yeah, you know. But it was cool. We had a great story from Moss. So the 74 team, right, that came back last year, I believe. And, it was the old coach I can't remember his name, but in 77, they started off 8-1. Yeah. They lost all their guys. Yeah. They didn't win another game until the last game of the season. Everybody came back, and they ended up winning a Grey Cup. And so, you know, that's the cool thing about the CFL. You know what I mean? We're in second in the division. Yeah, we're on a 5-game slide. We got some guys coming back. We're going to have Big Dog coming back soon. Regardless, we just got to get back to our flow. We can win with the people we have right now, and we know it. And the reason why we're not is because we're just not executing. We're doing, like, it takes 12 people to operate for, you know, plays to work and for us to stay on the field. Offensively, we got to stay on the field. We got to either run the ball, we got to complete passes, got to stay on the field. 2 and outs, can't do it. You know what I mean? We can't have turnovers, like, can't have penalties. Stuff like that is what kills momentum, kills teams, especially teams that are already trying to fight from behind, trying to get momentum, trying to build. You don't see anybody dogging each other out. We're all still here. We all still believe. So, like, that's the least of the worry. Like, we all know we're very capable of dominating this league and being one of the top teams in this league. So it's just about getting back to that.
He made fun of my hair. He made fun of my pants. He made fun of my physique. But Austin Mack came here and delivered on the podcast this week. Thanks, Austin. And I look forward to seeing you out on the field.
Appreciate you, Joey. Merci beaucoup.
All right. On revient avec plus d'analyse pour le match Rough Riders Alouettes dans un instant.
Annie, comment s'est passée la réflexion là, pour ramener McLeod Little comme ça?
Ben, c'est toujours une question médicale. Alors, on s'est assis cette fin de semaine. Mais ça fait déjà 10 jours, je dirais, qu'on s'est assis avec notre équipe médicale. Puis cette fin de semaine, ils nous ont confirmé que la question au tout début, c'était 4 à 6 semaines. Si tout allait bien, ça pouvait aller jusqu'à 8 à 10, dépendamment de parce qu'il s'est fait infiltrer. Alors, puis il a bien réagi les derniers 10 jours, puis il a lancé un petit peu hier, puis il était assez confiant, puis l'équipe médicale nous a donné le feu vert. Puis là, ça devient une question c'est un choix de l'entraîneur en chef s'il décide de le faire jouer ou non.
Re-bienvenue au PodcAls, dernier segment de l'épisode cette semaine. Encore une fois, Austin Mack avec, je vous l'ai dit, il a quand même des belles expériences. Il a joué longtemps dans la NFL. Il a réussi des gros jeux dans la NFL. Et comme il l'a mentionné, 4 ans à Ohio State, jamais perdu contre les Wolverines du Michigan. Donc, quand même un beau résumé de sa carrière d'Austin Mack. Donc, encore une fois, merci à Austin Mack. Il a parlé aussi de blessures et je voulais souligner une blessure. Celle-là, elle fait mal aussi. Sean Thomas Erlington a été placé sur la liste des blessés des 6 matchs. On ne sait pas s'il va être de retour cette saison. Tout est possible. Mais le directeur général des Alouettes, Danny Machocha, a parlé aux médias mardi après-midi et a dit que c'est un problème. Il y a eu un stinger. Sam, le mot pour stinger? Une blessure dans le cou, dans l'épaule? Un bon stinger? Anyway, peu importe, vous comprenez, là. Blessure, cou, épaule, c'est quelque chose qui traîne, pas qui traîne, mais c'est quelque chose qui est arrivé souvent dans sa carrière. Donc, il va être réévalué après la fin de la saison. Et tu sais, c'est toute une carrière pour Sean Thomas Erlington parce que c'est un joueur qui a été repêché en 8e ronde de l'Université de Montréal. Oui. Torticolé, ouais, je pense que c'est plus que ça. C'est correct, on va appeler ça un stinger en bon québécois, mon Sam. Inquiète-toi pas avec ça. Mais tu sais, c'est un gars qui a connu, tu sais, à date, c'est une hyper belle carrière. Tu sais, il a joué plus de 100 matchs. Pour un gars qui a été repêché en 8e ronde, connu toute une carrière à l'Université de Montréal. Tu sais, c'est un gars qui a été très polyvalent, c'est un bon bloqueur, il contribue sur les unités spéciales. Il a été un retourneur pour les Alouettes dans les 2 dernières saisons. Il peut jouer, il est assez talentueux pour jouer en attaque. Il attrape le ballon, il peut courir entre les bloqueurs. Donc, tu sais, c'est un gars vraiment, un demi-offensif, je devrais dire, qui peut faire un peu de tout. Et tu sais, de le voir sortir, tu sais, il a couru vers les lignes de côté, puis il est tombé à terre sur les lignes de côté. Puis il était vraiment, tu le voyais, là, il était vraiment clairement en douleur. Je suis très triste pour Sean Thomas Erlington. Je ne sais pas si c'est la fin pour le Québécois, mais on espère que c'est pas si grave que ça. Mais comme Danny a mentionné, c'est un problème qu'il a depuis un bon bout. C'est un choc qu'il a subi plusieurs fois à travers de sa carrière. Donc, il faudrait faire attention. Mais on va voir, j'imagine qu'ils vont réévaluer. Et s'il est en mesure de continuer sa carrière l'an prochain, j'imagine que ça va être à Montréal. Mais juste difficile de voir. C'est toujours compliqué et ça me fait de la peine quand n'importe quel joueur sort avec une blessure, que ce soit Mack, que ce soit Alexander, que ce soit un gars ses unités spéciales, que ce soit un joueur important ou un joueur qui a un rôle un peu plus sur le terrain un peu moins souvent. Tu ne veux jamais voir de joueurs blessés. Mais quand c'est un talent local, un gars qui a joué son football amateur ici, son football universitaire ici, un gars qui a grandi dans notre province, c'est sûr qu'avec la belle histoire que j'ai mentionnée, choix de 8e ronde, qui a joué plus de 100 matchs, de le voir sortir d'un match comme ça, c'est sûr que c'est compliqué. Donc, ce que ça veut dire pour la position de demi-offensif, ça a l'air que Travis Tice, qui connaît toute une saison recrue, encore une fois, la semaine passée, c'est un des seuls points positifs en attaque. C'était la performance de Travis Tice qui a 9 courses, 70 verges, une affaire de même. Il a capté une coupe de passes pour 16 verges aussi. On l'a vu comme retourneur. Il a marqué un touché contre Edmonton il y a une couple de semaines. C'est tout un joueur. Mais il va avoir plus de travail pour Travis Tice. Stevie Scott, qui a connu quand même des beaux moments cette saison, va avoir une plus grosse opportunité. Donc, on enlève un Canadien à cette position-là. On va ajouter un Américain et ça ouvrira la porte à quelqu'un d'autre, un autre Canadien. Selon les pratiques, peut-être c'est Kasim Ferdinand, le receveur canadien. Mais au poste de demi-offensif, je pense que quand tu n'as pas Davis Alexander, c'est clair, si le match est serré, il faut avoir du succès avec le jeu au sol. Puis c'est quelque chose qu'ils ont fait la semaine passée. C'est juste que quand l'opposition, l'autre équipe, l'équipe adverse, je devrais dire, bâtit quand même une avance de plusieurs, plus qu'un touché, ça vient compliquer la sélection de jeu. C'est sûr que ça raccourcit le carnet de jeu. Donc, c'est sûr que les demi-offensifs et la ligne à l'attaque vont être importantes. Il faut bâtir sur la performance du jeu au sol la semaine passée parce que, comme j'ai mentionné, ils ont quand même bien fait. Donc, le jeu au sol, je pense que c'est vraiment un des éléments clés pour ce match-là qui s'en vient à Regina parce que si tu peux laisser l'attaque des Riders sur les lignes de côté parce que tu cours bien avec le ballon, puis que le temps s'écroule et les séquences sont de plus en plus longues à cause du jeu au sol parce que le cadran continue à rouler quand tu utilises le jeu au sol. C'est sûr que ça ne pourrait pas nuire aux chances des Alouettes cette fin de semaine à Regina. Donc, on s'en va à une de mes villes préférées à visiter pour le football. Sam ne sera pas avec moi, malheureusement. C'est le seul voyage de l'année où tu n'es pas là, je pense, mon Sam. Donc, j'ai pas mon Sam, mais on va envoyer du renfort. Là. On va essayer de le remplacer en gang. Tu sais, c'est quand il n'est pas blessé, pas officiellement blessé, right? Raison personnelle? Raison familiale? Familiale. Mais c'est quand même une bonne chose. C'est pas une mauvaise chose. C'est pas des mauvais... Oui, je vais aller voir des lièvres. Il y a des sacrés gros lièvres à Regina. Là, sont hauts de même, là, pour vrai. Dans le parc, en face de notre hôtel. Là. C'est quand même fou. Sam, il dit que ça goûte vraiment bon, les lièvres. Non? C'est pas ça que tu avais dit? Jamais goûté à ça? OK. Ton Pokéball, c'était... Non, ça va être correct. Donc, merci beaucoup à Sam Boulay. Mais oui, pour vrai, je pense que moi et Sam, on est d'accord là-dessus. On aime notre visite à Regina. D'habitude, ça se fait l'été. L'an passé, c'était au mois d'août, quand Davis avait marqué un toucher au sol en fin de game. Puis je pense que c'était la 10e victoire de la saison des Alouettes. On était 10-1 à ce point-là, mi-août. Donc, c'est ça, les fans sont passionnés. C'est le plus beau stade de la Ligue, clairement. Et c'est toujours le fun d'aller à Regina. Donc, on a hâte d'aller à Regina. On espère ramener la victoire avec nous à Montréal tôt dimanche matin après la rencontre. Mais on va avoir notre après-match sur le terrain. N'oubliez pas, 5 minutes après la fin de la rencontre, je serai en direct du terrain à Regina. On va passer les joueurs en entrevue, le coach aussi, et on va faire l'analyse du match et on va lire vos commentaires. Donc, s'il vous plaît, assurez-vous d'être connecté en direct aussitôt que le match est terminé. Match à 19h heure de l'Est. Donc, c'est pas à 9h, c'est 19h heure de l'Est, 5h là-bas. Donc, c'est un match qui va finir vers 10h15. Donc, on devrait être, avant 10h30, on va être en onde avec l'après-match des Alouettes que vous pouvez écouter sur toutes nos plateformes, sur les médias sociaux. Merci beaucoup tout le monde et on se recroise dans une semaine.